Happy fucking Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the green room. How the fuck are you doing? How the fuck are we doing? Are you drinking? Are you drinking? Are you joining me? How is life treating you? Are you happy? Love what you do and you will never work a day in your life. I like to live with that motto, you know that? I like to live with that motto and I hope I stay with that fucking motto for as long as I can. There will be certain trials and tribulations that, surface. Don't let anything bother you, bro. Yo, let's drink some beer and have some laughs. Peyton is in the house. Dude. Dylan is in the house. Dylan is in the house. Keith is in the motherfucking house. Let's fucking drink, dog. I got a clean glass today. I got a clean glass. Yesterday's glass was horrible, unacceptable. Let's finish a case of Twisted Tea and Monaco's. I drank like a sailor yesterday. You are a sailor. Oh, you're a Marine. Never mind. You're a Marine. You take it. You can handle it like a sailor. You can handle it. You're a Marine, but you can handle it like a sailor. Bro. I think anybody can finish a case of Twisted Tea. Twisted Teas are so fucking subtle. You can drink that shit cold. If I drank the Twisted Teas the way I drink this lemonade that I'm about to pour, this limonada. I drank Twisted Teas one time. Remember that one time I tried Twisted Teas? Twisted Teas actually came out with the low-calorie ones. You're drinking silver bullets, dog. I'm about to fucking join you with this silver bullet over here. Look at this silver bullet. This is my silver bullet. I don't know how many you are deep, but I will do my best to fucking try to catch up. Fucking refreshing, dog. Keith is in the house. Keith, are you the one that joined TikTok as well? Yo, Keith is in the house. Do I finally get to see what you look like? Keith is in the fucking house. I finally got to see what Keith looks like. Welcome to Chino. Chino says, let me join. This is a one-man show, bro. This is a one-man fucking Volvo enthusiast. I would never known you drive a Volvo. He's a ugly old dog. I didn't have any expectations, brother. I had zero expectations. You look healthy. You look healthy, dude. Keith, my brother, you look healthy, bro. Remember that movie Gone in 60 Seconds where the black dude goes into the impound, the police impound? He says, I drive a Volvo. Somebody towed that shit. Remember that part, bro? Keith, I will give you the gavel, bro. Hold on. Let me give you the gavel. Let me make you a moderator. Let me make you a moderator so you can fucking you can handle business, dude. You know what to do. You know what to do. And if you do not know what to do, you'll figure it out, bro. It's a 1-2 step. Cha cha cha. 1-2. 1-2 step. Cha cha cha. The amount of alcohol that was consumed on Sunday, brother. Jack Johnson says, "You need Everclear. I need clarity forever." Everclear, brother. Everclear. If tequila already makes me, no, bro. The last time I drank tequila, I almost got deported. If I drink Everclear, that shit, no. I'll end up in Secot. I'll end up in El Salvador, bro. No, 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 no. No, bro. I'll end up with MS tattoos, and I'll end up in El Salvador. No, 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 no. That shit makes you do shit that you never thought about doing. Fuck that shit. When people are so eager to join your life, those are the last people that you want to allow to join your life. Why are you so eager, bro? Let me join, let me join. Why don't you open up your own TikTok and do your own shit? Why would you want to join my TikTok when you can just go live by yourself? Go live and talk to people and do what I do. I don't even know what I do, but I know I'm having fun every time I do it. It doesn't matter what you're doing in life, brother. Just as long as you're having fun, keep doing it. There will always be that one person, bro, that for some fucking reason is always angry, is always sharing with you like what upsets them, and you're like, bro, just be fucking happy, dog. I never use the word dog. I don't know. I'm hanging out too much with Paul. Paul says, "Hey, dog, what's up, dog?" What's up? Thank you, Paul. Paul, my brother from another mother. Could I drink 6 ounces of Everclear and do a 5K? 6 ounces of Everclear. I don't think that's enough to make me puke while running, or maybe it is. I think I would probably do I would probably be. Keith, life is too short to be angry, right? Bro, there's certain discrepancies that happen in anybody's life, in my life. I call them discrepancies. There's nothing in my life that can ever fucking make me upset. I mean, there's certain things that make me upset. Don't get me wrong, right? Like my fucking best friend, who, at the moment that I try to share something that made my fucking heart melt for my son, and the first thing he does is just scroll and says, "Why can't you be a good fucking father?" I'm like, bitch, I told you that my son made a comment, and we got to the point where we bonded more than we ever have, and this motherfucker decides to judge me for what I said, not for because of what I showed him. He never once looked at the fucking message. when my son says, "Papi, I love you for being who you are with me, even though I was little, but I came to realize that how you did it is because you made me the man I am today." And my fucking best friend, bro, decides to scroll up and down, and he never fucking read one word of that message. Endearing message that my son wrote to me. Not on Father's Day, the day after Father's Day. But that's the way he is. Doug likes to fucking interrupt people only because he feels good about it. He wants to fucking feel good about how he says things because that's the way it should be. Everything that comes out of fucking Doug's mouth, it has to be correct. He's like, yeah, that's the way it is. Yeah, be a good father. I'm like, bitch, I left his fucking house. I left his house. I said, you know what? You're a fucking idiot, dude. You had one fucking job. Read the message so you can understand. So you can understand how to deal with your kids at one point. I don't think he ever wants to deal with his kids at any point. He lets mom deal with the kids. My son proved the point of his heart to you. Exactly my point, bro. That's exactly what I wanted my best friend to absorb. Right? The next time your son says something to you, follow up with a text or sit down with the individual. Sit down. I have an open door policy with my kid. We don't keep shit from each other. If there's something that bothers me, I will tell him, hey bro, stop doing that shit. That shit fucking bugs the fuck out of me. So when he started talking about, you know, there was a point in time where I didn't like my dad, and nobody let him finish. I was like, dude, why the fuck are you interrupting the kid? But I didn't formulate that question. He did. Why didn't you slap your friend? Jack Johnson, I like to do this. I like to talk about events, situations, trials and tribulations. Life will slap him back at one point. My words, my actions. You don't need to be physical with anybody. As long as you say what you need to say, whether it fucking hurts people because they hate hearing those things that I like to be direct. There will be points in time that you throw words out into space. There may be somebody listening. There may be somebody eavesdropping. There may be somebody interested in what you have to say. But never have I ever said something as a... There's never an ill will in what I say. There's always a... I mean, it's never an endearing message, but it's always direct. If you get the drift, if you catch my drift, then you catch my drift. Let's just spark the backwood and chill. Bro, I got cigars. I used to be the cigarette smoker. I don't like cigarettes anymore. I like this thing called a vape. It's not real smoke. And I don't put it all in my lungs. Put the green in the wood. I did the green, bro. I did the green. I think I did it, was it the beginning of last year or the beginning of this year? I think it was the beginning of last year when I smoked the green. And I did it for medicinal purposes only. Remember, I tried that part. And then, of course, alcohol is bro, you have no fucking idea. Ivan, he said, you remember me from yesterday? Yeah, I remember Ivan's always make the fucking gayest comments, bro. And I don't understand why. But it's okay, brother. If you need to come out, come out. We will respect you and love you just the way you are. No, I like the green. I just don't like to be crossfaded, bro. I don't like to be crossfaded. You can watch my lives. Or maybe you can't because I think I obscured those lives where at one point I was so crossfaded that I fell asleep. being being high and drunk at the same time, bro, when you're crossfaded, that is a whole another level that I was not prepared for. I mean, I've never been prepared to be high. The first time I tried that shit, I was so fucking paranoid. But then I kind of got. I mean, you never get used to it, but you kind of control the high. I don't think you can. I don't think you can control the high the way you can control the drinking. You know what I mean? Like if you go past the 6 beers in less than an hour, you know you're gonna get that buzz that you won't be able to control until the next 30 minutes. But at least you already know your limit. When it comes to the green, when you take a hit harder than you thought you did, your fucking ears start ringing. And you're like, oh fuck, I fucked up. I'm not coming down for the next 2 hours. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Because I did that shit at Robert's house for my 50th birthday. For my 50th birthday, I said, you know what? I don't think I've ever taken a I don't think I've ever taken the time to enjoy a big hit, and I will do it for my 50th birthday. And I did it at Robert's house in Vegas. Robert had I don't think he had stopped smoking, but I think he had reduced the consumption of. I don't know if because he stored it, it became. I don't know, bro. I don't know if that shit ages and becomes stronger. I have no fucking idea. All I know is the minute I smoked that shit, and he says, "No, you're not supposed to hold it in." I'm like, "Come on, bro. I'm old school. This is the way you're supposed to do it," and I fucked up. The minute I was talking to him, the whole fucking roof disappeared. I could see the stars and the moon, and I'm thinking, oh fuck, dude, I fucked up big time. I fucked up. He says, Jack Johnson says, I remember my first time because I was paranoid in the casino and I thought the workers were looking at me. So my friend Robert takes a hit with me because it's my birthday, right? I don't think he had started to quit drinking yet. I think it was immediately after my birthday that he quit. He quit drinking bong hits. It was a bong hit, bro. So then Robert takes off into his bathroom, and I can hear him belching across the way. He has to be at least 50, 60 feet away, but it feels like he's splashing my fucking feet. Right? I can hear the hurling. So now I pick up his Chihuahua and I put it on the kitchen island because for some reason I feel like the fucking dog wants to talk to me. So I pick up the dog, and the dog is looking at me, but Charlie is judging me. And I keep talking to the dog. I mean, I keep answering to the dog because I think the dog is talking to me. I said, baby, I did not make your dad smoke that shit. And we can hear the hurling. You know, the dog is looking at me like, you did that, bitch. I'm like, I did not fucking do anything, Charlie. He did it. Do not look at me like I am the culpable. I'm not guilty of anything. But the dog just kept looking at me with that fucking, bitch, you fucked him up. And I'm talking to the dog like it's a conversation, bro. That's how high I got. Robert Never came out of the bathroom. I think he came out of the bathroom, but he went straight to bed. I kept drinking, but at the same time, I kept thinking, am I ever gonna come down? And Charlie kept fucking talking to me the whole night. And I said, Charlie, I'm gonna go to sleep. I know you like to sleep with Dad, but Dad closed the door, so I don't know. You either jump in with me or not. So she kind of found a way to get close to my bed. You know, the belly is the warmest part of your body. So when Robert was looking for the dog at like at 4 in the morning, when I went to sleep, I remember seeing a shadow behind me because I got up. I mean, I was awake, and he couldn't find the dog because the dog was right in front of me. I said, Charlie, don't say anything. Charlie, don't say anything. I was still drunk and high, bro. In the morning, Robert says, dude, I looked for fucking Charlie all over the place. I could not fucking find her. And I didn't want to go into your room to interrupt you. And I said, she was right next to my tummy. Like, she knew where to sleep. Like, this is the warmest spot of your body, right? She's like, she never sleeps like that with me. I'm like, I do not know, bro. Charlie is a smart dog. She's fucking cool. So every time I go see Robert, Charlie is like the most endearing little fucking dog because she always wants to sit on my lap and she wants to play. Charlie is fucking amazing, bro. And I always take a lint roller with me because Charlie sheds. You're such a little fucking dog. Why do you shed so much? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? My jacket one day, I don't know if she smelled my, dogs pick up on scents, right? And I don't know if she likes my scent, but I think she does, because she laid on my Heineken jacket. I wanted to wear that shit in the morning, and I'm like, dude, Charlie, what the fuck did you do? And Charlie looks like you're like, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. That day I got so fucking high, bro. I was higher than I was high. I was fucking high, bro. Imagine for you to be inside a house and to think that the fucking roof is gone and you can see the sky and the star, bro. You have to be gone, bro. Gone. Gone. But I wasn't afraid. I was not afraid. I was not paranoid. I was just thinking, this shit is some fucking weird ass green shit that came out of a fucking scientific lab. I can only explain it like that. So then immediately after my birthday, my 50th birthday, my brother came from Brazil and we visited Vegas. That's when I got something happened. I think I had tried it before my brother came. Anyways, the story is, even Claudia, I was going out with Claudia at the time. I was still going to Las Vegas to do the boom, boom, boom and the bang, bang, bang with Claudia. At one point, Claudia shows up with a little vape. And I said, no, you didn't. She says, what do you know about this? And I said, babe, I never fucked while high. I never fucked while being high. Because one day I got so high that I could not even speak doing a live. And she kept saying, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I couldn't speak. I was so my vocal cords got just cut off. And I kept holding my glass, but I was so fucking high that I did not know if I brought the cup to my face, was I gonna spill my cheek, or was I gonna spill my forehead? You know what I mean? That kind of, I did not have coordination whatsoever. So all this time I was so fucking scared of watching me on the camera, like live, and I'm thinking, I'm so fucking high. I think I'm gonna miss my mouth. I can't drink right now. So Claudia kept talking for like 20 minutes until I came down a little bit and I said, bro, I couldn't speak for like 20 minutes. Claudia kept asking me, and I couldn't fucking enunciate a word. Like nothing, bro. Like I was just frozen. It was the weirdest fucking thing. But then one day, when she showed up with the little vape, I said, I know what to do. I'm gonna take half a hit, and I took half a hit. Brother, we had like a fucking 2 hour fuck session. Claudia's thick, but she's flexible. I don't know how she fucking bent over in front of me, and I was just laying back on the mattress, like at the edge of the bed, and she just kept. That was nuts, bro. That was not. I don't know how she fucking. She was determined to. Yeah, bro. It was drilling galore. I miss those days. Claudia, where the fuck are you? I'm already insatiable without the green stuff. With that green stuff, insatiable with capital letters. Like I was willing to just go for hours, bro. And that woman was going nuts because once she found out my superpowers, she would always. That is the one woman that I ever been with. I've never been with any other woman that squirts the way she squirts. What I was doing on one bed, that became the kiddie pool. The kiddie pool. The kiddie pool. That became the fucking pool of the night. It was. I'm not even lying, brother. I think the girl in the morning probably thought, oh, these fuckers went to the pool and they just laid in bed with wet shorts. Even though it's half piss and it's half whatever, but it doesn't smell bad, and it doesn't taste bad either. The first time I the first time I discovered what she did, I was on my knees and I was covering the orifice with my mouth, and I felt water running down my fucking chin, and I thought, what the fuck is happening? I can floss my teeth with this shit. The trajectory, I was opening my mouth. God damn, bro, the fucking jet stream. I, I don't know how women do it. I don't know. I do not know how women do it. But every time I did it with that woman, it was like, dude, have you ever been to Disneyland and see the World of Colors? The World of Colors. Fucking water spraying everywhere. God damn, bro, I was baptized every night. I was baptized. Jesus Christ, I don't need a towel. I need to find me a woman that's fucking squirts like Claudia, bro. And I love this music in the background. I don't know if you love this music, but can we down 3 beers unless before the song ends? Can we down 3 beers? Can we start the song? It's so fucking good. Keith, I got this shit. We've been celebrating the Blue Label on every live except 2 days ago, which I was already blitzed. I didn't want to be more blitzed than I was already feeling. But we've been generous on every sip. We've been fucking doing great, bro. Who the fuck drinks Blue Label out of the fucking bottle? The Heineken man does, bitch. That is so fucking delicious, bro. I don't know if you've ever had whiskey before. The first time I had whiskey was Chivas on the rocks with a splash of seltzer water. But it's Chivas. This, do not ever fucking dare to put it on ice. No, this is drank neat. This is Blue Label. Don't you ever fucking dare put anything on this. You may want to use those the frozen rocks, not ice, but the frozen rocks, just so that you can, so that when the whiskey hits the cold rock, it brings out that slight dew. That rock will become warm as fast as the little bit of water that comes off the whiskey rock, and it'll probably accentuate the flavor, but it won't give it the temperature that you're expecting. You know how when you put that big water or the big ice, you know how they drink the brother man Anton, how are you? You know how they put that the ice ball inside the whiskey glass, but it's so fucking cold that when they pour the whiskey, you will see the little bit of water that melts. It'll just linger on top of the whiskey, and it looks like an oil spill. You know how you've seen the oil spill, the little colored streaks, and it fucking feels great. Alcohol will never get cold, but it'll have this viscosity in it. If you never put alcohol in the freezer, then when you pour it, it just becomes very. It has that viscosity. It has that like the oily look, but of course it's just liquid. You know, the chemistry changes. Sometimes it accentuates the flavor, sometimes it takes it away. Just don't do it with the absolute. Remember, I put the fucking absolute. I put the absolute Tabasco in the freezer. And when I tasted it, it was the most horrible shit ever, bro. Do not put this one in the freezer. Do not ruin it. The viscosity will alter the flavors. I don't know if it separates them. I don't know if it, but it alters it. It'll taste like Robitussin. Drink it. Room temperature. Mix your shit. But don't ever freeze this shit. Absolute vodka. And this, I always did mini sips with this. Look. Yo, Twisty in the house. Thank you, Twisty. Now, I've had this bottle for less time than I've had the Absolute Tabasco, but we're doing pretty fucking good on this one. This is a is it a $40 shot? No, it's a $40 shot at the VFW, which is half the price of a bar. At any bar, this is a $100 shot. The Blue Label. Twisty says, "What up, homie? What's up, homie? What up, dog?" Twisty the man, bro. The only downside to this vaping thing, I don't vape it all into my lungs. Because for some reason, when I vape it all into my lungs, like you would do a cigarette, it doesn't all come out. So I like to do what I usually do with a cigar. You know, it's like it barely touches your pharynx, and you let it out, like out your nose. You breathe it out, but it has that oil that usually sticks to your throat, and it gives you that that yeah, you can taste the flavor, but it sticks to the wetness of behind your throat. And I hate that part because then ever since after COVID, I always get the mucous membrane always it's always secreting for some reason. Ever since after COVID, I got COVID like 2 times or 3 times, I don't know. And the mucous membrane is always generating this membrane, bro. And it was never like that before. Even when I'm jogging, I'm like spitting loogies out, like shit comes out of my fucking throat. Like, dude, what the fuck is that? Loogies. Who the fuck came up with that word? There's this. There's a 70-year-old lady that lives 60 miles away. I think I met her probably 7 years ago, 8 years ago, but she wasn't 60 at the time. She said, "Oh, you're too young for me, baby. You're too young for me. But if you were here, I would suck your there." She would tell me exactly what she wanted to do to me, and I think she's the one that got me. Well, she's not the one that got me started, but I think she's the one that accelerated the fascination of being with an older woman. So when I finally got to be with the 60-year-old, and I fucked the shit out of her, I always thought, what happened to the lady that I was talking to? And for some fucking reason, I found her number on one of my older phones because I kept scrolling, trying to find a message. And there's multiple messages in there of women who I fucked at one point, but that's all they wanted, the one and done. She said, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, man, thank you, man, and you're done." And I'm not mad at that. But with her, it was never. We never got physical, but she always said, "Maybe when you're older, I'll think about it." So now I'm like, wait a minute, I'm 51. So I texted her the other day and I said, "I don't know how old you are, but I turned 51." So she calls me and she has that beautiful voice. She said, "You're still a baby." I said, "I'm 51 years old. Like, what the fuck? How much older do you want me to be? Like, I will never catch up to you. But you've always been horny, that you told me. Now I'm thinking about being with an older woman." But she said, "Will you allow?" And she starts asking me if I want to have my rim licked. And I'm thinking, I've never had that shit done. But if a 70-year-old lady wants to get her jollies off and do it, I'll play that. Do you want to play a game? Do you want to play a game? I think I will. I think I will allow her to do that. I don't know if it could be her last best fuck. Can I allow that to happen? She sent me a video of her fucking jugs, bro. She pulls out these fucking monsters, and her nipples look like she just fucking turned 21. Delicious fucking pink nipples, and I'm thinking, this lady cannot be 70 years old. You cannot be 70 and have those voluptuous, perfect sized tits. She says she's been single for I don't know how long. I don't know if she says I don't remember. Maybe she said, "I've been waiting for you." I don't fucking know. And every time I call her, she tells me, all the eventful situations that she will do to me. I won't even get to fuck. Like, she wants to do everything for me. Like, baby, just sit back, relax. I will hold this. I will do this. I will lick that. I will. And I'm thinking, when do I get to play? When do I get to play? I will completely let her fuck. Like the day I got high with Claudia, and she just went downtown. She fucked the shit out of me. I was just on the bed like this, on this edge of the bed, and she just kept going. I don't know how the fuck she did it, bro. I, yeah, I want that shit to happen again. All these girls on all these fucking apps, they see your picture, you're old. I use a word on all my dating apps. I put insatiable. Insatiable. The younger women don't get the part of insatiable. The older women get the part of insatiable. So I think I've had more contact with older women for that same reason, because they say, I have a high libido. I'm 60, 61, 62. I have a high libido. I don't think I've ever found a man that can, and I don't think I will ever find a man that will. That's when I say where there's a will, there's a way. But there's always that particular moment when the woman says, why don't you send a deposit? And we talk about it. What deposit are you fucking talking about? But they say, well, don't you want to fuck? So you're not an older woman. You're a younger woman that wants to take advantage of a guy that you think is horny enough to send you money so they can go fuck you, but they won't ever fuck you because you already got your deposit and you will never want to meet anybody. But at least you got your money. I don't play that fucking game. I was born at night, but not last night. You know what I mean? That kind of thing? Bro, there are many scoundrels out there. And you know who for the most part, are doing this? Is men who pose as females, right? They go on people's profiles and they download their pictures. And then, yeah, they're the horny men that... They're gay men. They're gay men that pose as females. They will write gay shit. Not even a fucking horny woman would write that shit to you, bro. So when I get a horny message from a woman, I said, not one woman has ever come to my attention or to my inbox saying, I saw your face, beautiful smile. I wonder how big your dick is. No woman has ever fucking done that. Just like a woman at a nightclub will never approach you with a kiss. And if that person does that to you, that means that thing has a dick. Fully operated. Nice breasts. The face of Selena, bro. Right? My brother took me to this one club down in Brazil one time. And I will give him the benefit of the doubt. I won't say that my brother was a frequent flyer. But all I know is this woman walked up to him like she fucking knew him. But she went up to him. And this woman tried to kiss him like off the bat. So here I am, the cock blocker, and I said, wait a minute. I said, whoa. We just walked in. I said, what's your name? Where's your number? Where are you from? Right? Without saying, hey bro, I think you have a dick. I did not say that, right? I say, hey, in Portuguese, Pera aí, qual o teu nome? Eu quero o teu número. Pera aí, esse aqui é meu irmão. Vai devagar. Right? Let's slow down. So my brother says, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you fucking car blocking? So I pull my brother aside and I said, have you been here before? He said, well, I brought you here because I've been here before. I think you made a mistake. He says, what do you mean? When has a woman fucking approached you to give you a fucking kiss the way this fucking transvestite just tried to kiss you? He's a transvestite. Are you looking at this fucking doll? So I'm thinking, I think this motherfucker already fucked up. But I'm not gonna ask him how many times. Today, I said, bro, today you're not gonna fuck up. Let me go dance with this woman that you say is a woman. I'm gonna go dance with her, okay? So I said, sweetie, moça, eu quero dançar com você. Não, mas eu gosto do teu irmão. I like your brother. I said, no, you're gonna dance with me first. I wanna see how you dance, because my brother has this little fucking tick that if you do not know how to dance, I won't even tell you what he wants to do with women. He's like, oh, kinky like that. So I want to know if you know how to dance. So I went to dance with this fucking... Yo, Tino in the fucking house. And the first thing I did, I went for the fucking crotch. And I said, bro, you have a fucking package, dog. TNT. Dynamite. And I went back to my brother. I said, you can go dance with that guy all you want, bro. You can go dance with that motherfucker all you want. If you want to kiss him, make him happy. My brother says, why would you fucking grab a woman like that? That is not a woman, bro. That fucker has a fucking big package. Looks like a woman. I don't... Again, I will give my brother the benefit of the doubt. I don't know if he's ever fucked that type of... He's a TNT. TNT, it's dynamite. Hey, I'm new here. What's up? What's up? Doofcon. What's up, Doofcon? I'm new here too, bro. How you doing? I've never drank a beer in my life. Thank you for being part of this. Keith, I'm telling you, bro, there's situations in my life that have happened, and I love to share them with people. Have I ever fucked up? Have I ever picked up a woman that looks like a man? Never have. And if I ever did, I would give you the story on how I found out. But I have never made that mistake. Back in the day, when I was living in Honduras, my father had the clinic, his dental clinic, and the house together, right? One of these days, I'll either draw it or I'll give you the description of how it was done. But anyways, so when people drop me off, if I was driving, I knew where to park. But for some fucking reason, my friends who were driving me and bringing me back home would always drop me off at the corner where other prostitutes were. But they always call me Doctorcito, little doctor, because they already knew my father was a dentist, right? Oh, Doctorcito, un cigarro. You know, I would talk to the whores, to the prostitutes, to the ladies. I never call them prostitutes. I never call them putas. Even though I never used their services. Never. So my friends thought just because they dropped me off at the corner or where the prostitutes were, I would feel embarrassed of where I lived. Bro, I lived in one of the best areas. Are you here just to chat about stuff? Every fucking day, bro. Every fucking day. So I lived in one of the most prominent areas where there were two of the best international hotels. Hotel Honduras Maya, and they had just built Hotel Plaza San Martin. Like, these were the best hotels in town. And that is where the prostitutes held their base, at that particular corner. So when my friends dropped me off, they wouldn't take me to my gate, or to my door, if you will. They would drop me off at the corner. It's like, hey, Oscar, have a good night, bro. And I said, I know these women, bro. Oh, so you fucked them all? I said, no, I asked why I live here. And I respect what they do, and I respect who they are. And I smoke cigarettes with them, and then I go back to my domain. I go back to my dwelling. Oh, so you fuck prostitutes too? I'm like, no, bro. So anyways, this one time they dropped me off at the opposite corner, which where the homos would stand. Like, but these weren't homosexual. These were like cross-dressed. I mean, yes. I like to call them cross-dressers. Men who dress like women, but you still look like a fucking man, bro. Right? So they would drop me off here just to, I don't know, bro. Trying to make fun of me. I don't know. So I got off and said, hey, gentlemen, how are you? And I would walk. This one time, the one time I'm walking from the gay side to the female side, and there's this woman standing in the middle. I kid you not. This woman had the best fucking facial features. Like she just came out of an FHM magazine. So I look to the corner. I'm like, she's not at that corner. Tits popping out. Hips like she's never given birth. Legs like she works out. Those eyes like, what are you doing in the middle? So I stopped and I said, I do not know what's happening. That corner, prostitutes. That corner, the cross-dressers. Are you lost? I live around the corner. Can I help you? Oh, no, sweetie, I'm okay. But this is all in Spanish, right? This is all in Spanish. But for some reason, I caught like an accent. I said, wait a minute. You're not from here. No soy de aquí. ¿De dónde venís? Oh, I come from Houston. Oh, so you speak English? Of course I speak English. But when she said, of course I speak English, the man fucking voice came out. And I said, bro, I have never seen what I'm looking at right now. You have like the fucking best fucking body, the best fucking tits, the best fucking ass. But what are you doing in Honduras? She says, I got deported. I got deported. And I said, bro, what the fuck? I don't know how much money you spent on your fucking surgeries, but you look fucking amazing. She's, where are we going? I said, no, we're not going anywhere. I'm just giving you props for what you look, how you look. That corner, I don't do. That corner, I don't do. Especially this middle, I won't fucking do it. You probably have a bigger dick than I do, bro. But you look fucking great. And she, the guy spoke English, right? But her tits spoke everything I wanted to speak. But at the same time, like, this is a fucking guy that looks like a fucking hot girl. That's why some of the girls find that drunk guy. Oh, Mama Red, can you fuck me in the ass? Right? Bro, yeah. That's when mistakes happen. I have never made that mistake. Alright, then again, I think, well, I can't say I've never been that drunk, because I've been that drunk. I know how drunk I am. I'm like, I don't want to fuck. I'm too fucking drunk. With Claudia, I always got the perfect amount of beers in me to know I was feeling like woozy, fuzzy wuzzy, and do the thing, bro. Best fucking sex, the best sex. And Claudia did not have a dick. No, she did not. That water spout was not a dick. God, has that ever happened to you where your first gulp just gets stuck like you're swallowing on a rock? God damn, bro. That's what happened to me right now. That is nuts. I love this fucking song, bro. I was driving to my beautiful friend that lives down in San Marcos. We've known each other for 17 years. I think you've seen her pictures. I think I've showed you her pictures. I fell in love with this woman 5 years, 6 years after I met her. We've gone to Vegas 5 times together. But she always gave me the we can go to Vegas, but we're not having sex. We're not sleeping together. Well, she never said the sex word. She always says we're gonna sleep in different beds. And I said, yeah, you're my friend. So she always calls me my friend. But for some reason, I started introducing the word friend as well, right? So I would call I have always called her Bea because I think she's beautiful. And now I call her Amiga Bea because I want her to know that I also feel that she's my friend, that I don't want to cross that boundary. The last time we were together, brother, it was the most remarkable. Yo, Robert in the fucking house. Robert, I was just talking about you and how high I got for my 50th birthday, and I was talking to your dog. I was talking to Charlie for like 7 hours while you were fucking throwing up in the bathroom. Bro, I will never fucking forget that moment. So anyways, right now I was talking about this. Vegas girl is back. And we end up in Pechanga Casino 3 weeks ago. And everything has changed for the better, if you will. We still haven't slept together. But what happened... Charlie! Charlie! Is Charlie there with you? Charlie! The turn of events that happened that night, whether she's watching or not, I told her tonight, I think she knows I do my broadcast. People like to call them podcasts. I don't think this is a fucking podcast. A podcast is when you talk about certain things that I don't know. They have bullet points and shit. I don't have bullet points. I don't have shit. I just talk about shit, not bullet points. Anyways. So we end up in Pechanga. She says, friend, we're going to have a pool date. And I said, Amiga Bella, I cannot fucking wait to see you. She popped up again. I think I told you the story. She popped up again after a 2-year marriage that I didn't know the fuck she was even going out with somebody. I never questioned her. Anyways, so we're in Pechanga. We go to the pool, we drink, we're having fun. We meet people, we talk to people, and we come back to the room. But at this point, we're holding hands, we're talking. You know, I said, Bea, I'm going to hold your hand because I want you to walk with me and not walk away from me. She said, what do you mean? I don't know if you're gonna sway that way or sway this way. I want to hold you. She said, okay, friend. So we end up in the room. I end up in the shower with the door open, right, with my shorts on. But I take my swim shorts off, but I leave my my speedos on, if you will. So I said, babe, why don't you join me? Rinse off with me. I did not think she was gonna accept that, but she ended up in the shower with me, and it threw me the fuck off that she actually said yes, and it threw me the fuck off where I just rinsed off and I said, okay, I'm done, and then she stayed there. I turned my back on her, and I don't know if she took. I will never fucking know if she took off the fucking swimsuit or not. I am being as honest as possible. That I never even looked at the mirror to find the corner. You know how you can tell the corners and the reflections. I know I took my chones off and I put my towel and I dried my balls off, but I'm turning my back on her. And I went out and I closed the bathroom door. If she took off that swimsuit and everything could have happened, I will never fucking know. All I know is when she came out, she was dressed. I had my shorts on. I was ironing my shirt. I gave her a kiss on the forehead. I said, Bea, where the fuck are we going now? I'm ready to have more fun with you. That night, brother, we held hands the whole night. We did everything a couple would do. Have you seen the fucking pictures on Instagram? We look like we're in love, bro. That look on her face, the look on my face, the most remarkable shit, bro. I hands down. Today I talked to her and she says we're going to Pechanga on Thursday. So you don't have to fucking tell me twice. I don't even have to fucking deliver pizza on Thursday, because I won't. I will give her all the fucking time that she needs. She's going to Chicago for 4th of July. And I told her, I said, if you leave and I can't see you, I will still love that part where I get to miss you a little more. And I don't know how the fuck she did it. She says, and she calls me friend, right? Hey friend, we can meet on Thursday. And I said, Amiga Bea, you have no idea how happy you fucking make me. And I say, friend, I love you. And she says, friend, I love you too. But you find a way to say it. You know what I mean? That kind of thing, where I'm not flabbergasted. I'm not drooling over her like I used to before, even though I still do. But I at least tell her how I feel. Right? I've never hidden that from her. Last time I told her, I said, you know what? Every time you tell me you're going on a date, I kind of get fucking jealous of that shit. She says, why? I said, I don't fucking know. I don't want to lose you again. I already lost you to two assholes. They give you fucking babies and then they take off. This should be my baby. Remember that one time that I was so fucking stupid that I sent her a message and I told her, can I fuck you? You can't get pregnant twice anyways. She has never brought that up, bro. She has never brought that up, and I hope she doesn't. And but at least she knows how I feel about her, you know. So when I'm driving down to her the last time, this song came out of nowhere that I had never heard before. But every fucking time I hear this song, I sent her this song. She says, I like that song. Where did you hear that song? And I said, oh, I heard it in the pool when we were together. And I told her, I kind of want to hear that song every time I want to go see you, because I drive that far. But she says, yeah, but it says 1,000 miles. Well, it fucking feels like it when there's fucking traffic. So listen to the song. Listen to the song. I like this song, bro. Even though this shit came out like 10 years ago, Charlie! Paradise, baby. Paradise. My. Between you and I. Between me and paradise. Between me and paradise. Between me and paradise. When the dark has gone, the morning's won. We're gonna feel something different. It will set you free if you just Robert, brother. How many fucking days, Robert? I want to know how many days have you been sober so far, bro? I need to fucking celebrate by drinking for you. I have celebrated my last 3 birthdays with you, bro. Need to bring you to Bauhaus. If you're into EDM. Oh my God, fuck yeah, let's do it, bro. Are you gonna give me mushrooms? Are you gonna give me mushrooms? Robert quit drinking 2 years ago. I think you're going on 3 years, 2 and some years. After my 50th birthday, you stopped. So I'm almost 52. He said you can't handle shrooms. Well, give me fucking something, bro. A year and a half of no drinking. God damn, Robert, I fucking applaud that shit. I celebrated my 49th, my 50th, and my 51st birthday with you, bro. We're not stopping. We're celebrating every fucking year with you, bro. We're not stopping. The last time I was at your place, I drank. I don't know how much I drank, but I got fucked up. Everybody says, "Come on, drink with Oscar." No, bro. Let him do his fucking sobriety shit. I'm not here to fucking change his mind. I applaud you every fucking time I talk to you. I applaud you for doing the shit that you do, bro. But Robert will get me high, yeah. I want to try some. You know what? Can you get ecstasy, bro? I want to try ecstasy, but we have to have a woman next. Claudia, imagine if I fuck Claudia with ecstasy. We will fuck for 3 days. I mean, we fucked for 3 days at one point. The Excalibur became the Sexcalibur. MDMA is a lot more fun. Do I have to fucking wear nipple tassels like these fucking crazy women do? Like, do I have to show them how sexy I am so they can accept me? So they can accept me. Our $1 million lawsuit is in place. I don't know. I don't know the stages. I don't know the procedures. My lawyer hasn't contacted me. I don't know. All I know is my lawyer contacted me to tell me that my previous employer has retained legal counsel. So now the ball is rolling. So the $1 million lawsuit is in full effect. Whether they're going to sit down and have a powwow and do the mediation, I do not know when that's going to happen. But I hope it happens soon. Not because I need the money. I don't. Who gives a fuck about money? But if you can imagine, a $1 million lawsuit may settle for half of it. If I can get half of the $1 million, brother, I will be happy with that. And I will purchase. I want to purchase the pizza place that my friend bought last year. That's where I started my first job was passing out flyers for that particular pizza place. If I can retain it, own it, and go with it, Godspeed. And I hope it happens. I hope it happens. I know how much he bought it for, but of course I'm not going to offer him what he bought it for because I know how much. I can put a ballpark figure on how much he's invested in it. And I would love that part, bro. I would love that fucking part. If I can make that the Cinderella story happen for me, why not? I can fucking drink to that. MDMA. I've been practicing for that shit, bro. I've been practicing for that shit. Just like when I fucking drink all year so I can practice for my birthday so I can get fucked up. I can get wasted. Oh, Robert. So the other day, for Father's Day, I did not know that Doug's sister-in-law was into whiskey. I took a picture of this whiskey. I thought it was what you like to drink, which I forget. Red Rose is brandy. I thought it was a brandy that she brought out, but it turns out to be a whiskey closer to a brandy because she explained to me what it was, and I took a picture. I said, I gotta send this. Yeah, he doesn't drink anymore. I don't think he's gonna have the whole enthusiasm anymore. So I never sent it to you because I don't want to send you, like, hey bro, yeah, don't try that. You know what I mean? I didn't do that because I don't want to trigger anybody. But I took a picture thinking about you, and I'm like, wait, he quit drinking. I can't fucking send him this shit. Like, look at this fucking drink, bro, that you can't fucking have. But you were, okay, so it wasn't brandy. So what I forget what that goblet was that you, the one fucking drink that you gave me. Red Roses is what? It's not brandy, but it's molasses. Molasses. I don't drink hard liquor, so I don't know the names. Four Roses is what? Brandy? Or is it whiskey? Remember that one drink that you gave me in that goblet? Bourbon. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, I apologize. Bourbon. So I thought when she brought the bottle out, it was a bourbon. And she says, and I said, oh, bourbon. I said, what? No, she says, this is whiskey. But she says, this is one of the whiskey that is closer to a... I don't know. I don't remember. All I know is I took a picture of it thinking that I was going to send it to you, but then I thought, and I said, yeah, I'm fucking Mike Tyson now. Yeah, I'm not gonna send it to him because I don't want to fucking trigger the guy. That's not my motto. But it was, but it was, without sending you the picture, it was a bottle of Uncle Nearest 1884 whiskey. 46.5% alcohol and volume, 93% proof. And when I tell you that when I had that shot, bro, when I had that shot, EJ Taylor, I like EJ Taylor. When you gave me EJ Taylor and I drank that bottle and I apologize that I'm still trying to find a way to recover and pay you back for that beautiful fucking drink. That's why I took you that Satori, whatever the fuck I took you. I mean, you know what? I gotta at least take him something good that he would. I can't ever apologize enough to say, bro, I apologize for drinking your shit. Yes. Oh, you gotta rub it in again. You gotta rub it. Fuck! That was so good, bro. It was 7 in the morning. I woke up at 7 in the morning and I grabbed the fucking bottle and I just went outside and did a broadcast with a cigar, drinking whiskey and beer. And then you say, bro, you drank the whole fucking bottle? Well, I drank half of it. You give it to guests. That's a good bottle, by the way. Divide the proof by 2. Bro, I don't divide anything. I drink everything by 2. I drink everything by 2. So, Q, what's up, Pancho? Beatrice says, let me in. Baby, I can ask you the same thing. Will you let me in? Beatrice, careful what you wish for. So this morning, remember that one particular morning I was smoking cigars and you woke up like around noon? And I asked you, I said, are you hungry, bro? I said, yeah, let's go fucking have brunch. I was gone, bro. Remember that? But I behaved. I was okay at the table. We ate. Our waiter, Saturnino, whatever the fuck his name was. Remember the bottle that he hooked me up with? I had already almost stopped drinking the half the bottle. And he says, hey, bro, I got you, bro. He brought me the fresh bottle. He says, somebody left this. Would you like to drink it? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'll take it. I'm like, oh, fuck. I can't fucking drink any more champagne, bro. I was gone by the time I got there. Pancho, thank you, bro. My name is Pancho. I live in a rancho. I earn $5 a day. I go to Lucy to give me some pussy, and she taking my money away. Pancho says I do. The Echo and Reg, bro. I don't think I have ever been that drunk, but at the same time that educated. I'm like, dude, I can't fucking fall here. Like, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. I was like, dude, why is this fucking guy give me another bottle? But now you know, speaking Spanish to the fucking waiters takes you to the best level. You know how I do, bro. You know, I talk to the guys and you treat the guys nicely and they just fucking adore you, bro. I was early, bro. I was like fucked up by noon. You woke up at noon. I had started drinking at 7 a.m. I did a live for like 2 hours. I smoked a cigar. I drank half your bottle of whiskey with another 7 beers. And when you came out, I was like, dude, I can't like in my head I thought I can't drink anymore. I gotta go eat something. So I said, hey, are you ready for brunch? But in my head I'm like, oh fuck, mimosas. Those are gonna fuck me up even more. So the guy comes in and he's like, hey, bro, let me hook you up with a new bottle. I was like, bro, I've been fucking drunk since 7 a.m. I don't think I can fucking finish this. He said, yeah, you can. Come on. We're rooting you. We're rooting for you. I gotta do that shit again, brother. Every time I every time I spend time with you, brother, I always have a fucking great time. There's never a fucking dull moment. Even the time where you took me down to downtown Vegas, which I fucking detest. Not because I never been there, just because I know what kind of people go there. I'm like, we're gonna get in trouble. You say you just take a hit, you'll be okay. Remember we got high before we got there? I was like, fucking A. We were at the top of this one bar where we could see the band playing. You've gotten a lot more familiar with Fremont since then. That's what I'm saying. When you took me there, like you'll be okay. Remember we were at the top bar, watching that band play. They were playing Slipknot or I forget what fucking band we were watching. It was a tribute band to whatever the fuck it was, and I was like, I like this shit. Oddfellows, yeah. Robert is the guy, bro. That I once took a bottle of Tabasco scorpion sauce, and I said, bro, I got a bottle of scorpion sauce, because he likes hot sauce, right? But I told him, I said, this is one of the hottest sauces you will fucking. Oh yeah, it was for Formula One. Robert took me to this one place. He said, we can watch the fucking Formula One here. Oh, it was the first year. Remember the first year? He said, Oscar, we can't make it to where the Formula One is, but I can take you to a place where that will be playing Formula One. I said, fuck it, let's go. Bro, the experience was at this bar. Remember the bar? When they had speakers next to us? Sporting Life Bar. They put speakers next to you, bro. So you can fucking feel the vroom, 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 that kind of thing. So we ordered a pizza. And I said, Robert, this shit is hot. He says, I like hot. I said, but I don't think you've ever experienced this kind of hot. I said, I will eat the same amount that you put on your fucking pizza. So he goes and douses this fucking thing with twice the amount that I would eat. And I'm thinking, this motherfucker's crazy. So he eats the pizza and he said, oh, fuck, it's hot. And I said, I know it's hot, bro, because I know how hot it is. So I go and douse it. Say, you know what? I will put twice as much as you did, because I know how much pain you're in right now. He says, I'm good. So I put twice as much. He says, I can do the same amount. We finished half a bottle of Tabasco scorpion sauce. Oh yeah. You're right. We went to Aces and Nails for that. After that, yeah. We finished half a bottle of scorpion sauce, just him and I, just to see who can get severe burns in their fucking tongue. Oh, 3 sprinkles? I'll do 6 sprinkles. I'll do. Oh, you did 6? I'll do 9. I'll do 9. You do 12. I do 12. I do 15. And we just kept going at it. And it was that kind of heat I like, bro. That kind of heat I fucking like. Remember that shit? We finished half the fucking bottle of Tabasco scorpion sauce that night. That was ridiculous, bro. I still carry a bottle with me everywhere I go. My brother came from Brazil. I took a bottle down. I took a bottle up to Vegas. We ended up at the casino next to the pink shit. The what is it called? Hold on, I gotta take a look. The Pink Hotel, the Circus Circus. Hold on, I gotta take a look. I gotta take a look. I gotta take a look. I gotta take a tinkle. Robert says, I recently ate at a place called Alexa's that puts a shitload of Tabasco on there. I was like, what the fuck? Take me there. Take me there. So I can take more Tabasco with me. So my brother came, right? And I take my bottle with me in the morning to eat breakfast. And my brother says, dude, what is wrong with you? And he's really being condescending, right? Like, he's like, dude, what the fuck is... And I said, bro, have you ever looked into the benefits of what capsaicin does to your body? Once he looked into it, he said, hey, bro, I gotta get two bottles of that shit. 2 bottles of that shit. Eat Serranos. Serranos is like the best hot shit. I can be eating scrambled eggs, bro, and Serranos is like the spice. The spicier it gets, even if one Serrano gets to you and you feel your mouth burning, even if you eat the second Serrano, there will never be a point in time that it gets higher than what you're already experiencing. Unless somebody gives you a spicier vegetable, pepper, if you will. Because there have been events where I did Hot Ones event, Hot Ones, sponsored by Stella. So they gave me 5 chicken tenders. Number 5, it said it was sprinkled with this. 4, 3, 2, 1. So the closer you get to 1 is spicier than the next, right? So I ate number 5, and we're talking, and I'm recording this event. 5 came over, and there's people who have been there before I got there. They're downing pints of ice cream, and they're only down to the 3rd one, and I'm thinking, What the fuck? They've only ate two, and they're like on fire. So I'm eating my first one, and I'm recording myself. I think I did a live that day. Yeah, it's hot, but it's not like, oh my god, I'm losing my shit. Second one is like, bro, that's weaker than the fucking first, but only because your mouth is already there to the point where you can withstand the next level of heat. You're like, yeah, I can finish this. So I put the whole fucking thing in my mouth. Third one, there was 5 strips, right? When I got to the fourth one, the fourth one took me to a fucking level, which I have been there before. But I just kept thinking about the fifth one. I didn't keep thinking about it'll go away, I'll be ready for the fifth. I just kept, my mouth kept watering, thinking about, I can't consume the beer, which is cold, because it'll make me feel hotter in my mouth. That's why these people are doing their ice cream shit, so they can get rid of that feeling, so they can finish the last. But I'm thinking, there's no fucking way in hell that the fifth one is harder than the fourth one. Because the fourth one just, it took me to the level where I was just a little bit uncomfortable. At the same time, I started sweating. Not because I was about to pass out, but it was like one of the fucking highest levels of shit that I've ever felt. And I kept looking around. I said, who is eating the fifth one? Nobody, bro. Nobody. On the fourth one, everybody's dousing their fucking faces with the ice cream, and they're using ice cream as face cream and shit, because they're melting inside. I'm thinking, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna drink this beer. So I drank my beer, and it made it hotter, but at least I need liquid. So I take the fifth one, and I bite into it, and I'm thinking, these motherfuckers. I don't know who came up with that Hot Ones event and how they did the whole fucking thing, but I never spoken about it until today. I think they give you the hottest one on the fourth one, so you doubt yourself on the fifth one, because the fourth one is the hottest fucking shit ever that you'll ever feel in your mouth. Because when I had the fifth one in my mouth, I was like, bro, this is a walk in the park. This is like 2 and 3 put together, but it's not. It's like 1 and 2 put together, but it will never be the fourth one. The fourth one, every bite I took, it was like, God damn, this shit is hot. The fifth one was like, but I kind of sold my way to. Okay, who did the fifth one? They're like, bro, I couldn't finish the fucking fourth one. The fifth one is not so bad though. So I was like, trying to play the part, because nobody fucking finished the fifth one. And if somebody did, they're like, yeah, I did it. They're like, yeah, but you're not telling the fucking true story, bro. The fourth one was the fucking hottest one. Capsaicin is one of those things where you can't fucking fake, but at least I tried that day, because the fifth one was hot, but not hotter than the fourth one. Whether somebody fucking switched it on me, or whether somebody else got the same plate that I did, which I don't fucking think. I think that's the way they did it, just so you can't finish the thing. You're like, holy fuck, I'm done, bro. I finished that shit. I did not end up with stomach problems. I did not end up with a fiery butthole. No. I think your body knows how to assimilate to what it intakes. The only time that I ate something hotter than what I ate that one time was Dave's Hot Chicken. I ate one of the spiciest shit that I've ever eaten. and I did it on live, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm not drinking any water. I'm not doing this," and I fucked myself. I should have just drank water before I ate it, which I never thought about, because I think I went 25 minutes without drinking anything until I said, "You know what? Fuck this. It's steaming hot, but I'm okay." So I drank my first beer, or first, I think it was first beer, after 25 minutes. What kind of pepper? This was uh, the Carolina Reaper. Carolina Reaper. Carolina Reaper. If you have ever had that shit, I was standing in my kitchen. I finished my live. I finished one of the sandwich. I had bought two sandwiches. I ate one on a live, and it's still on my fucking TikTok. I never took that down. It was so fucking hot. I was sweating. I was almost crying. But I'm like, you know what? This motherfucker is hot. But I won't drink water until I think it's okay. And I think I fucked myself for doing that. I should have just said, hey, 3 minutes, no crying. Let me down a beer. I needed the beer at that particular moment. But I'm doing a live thinking, all these motherfuckers who did the TikToks and they're crying and this shit, they never finished half of it. I finished all of it. When I tell you that amount of spice got to my gut, to my internal organs, everything wanted to stop working. Because I went to the kitchen, I almost crawled to the kitchen, and I stood up. My son says, "Papi, are you okay?" And I said, "Son, I ate that Carolina Reaper sandwich, and I think it's going to be bad." I was white, bro. I went to the bathroom. I was white, like I was going into shock of whatever sort I was going through. I had pains in my sides, like my kidneys were just going through the most horrific fucking pain. My back pain was a walk in the park. And I said, "Son," I said, "Papi, if I faint, don't get scared. I'm not dying. Can you just please call 911 and tell them that I just ate a hot sandwich?" Because I could not move, bro. I was just static. I was inert. I was like, oh, fuck. This shit is horrible. After 2 3 minutes, I was like, oh, it's going away, but it wasn't going away. It just came coming back. Like it was then just a pulsating. And I'm thinking, okay, my body's assimilating that heat. And I took water way too fucking late. By the time the water gets to whatever it needs to get to, I'll be okay. So I just laid down to my neck. I laid down next to my son on the carpet where he was playing his video games. I said, "Papito, I'm gonna take a 10-minute nap. If at any point you see me or you hear me gasping for air, you call 911 because I'm going through this." It was an event, bro. It was an event. That was the most horrible shit I've ever gone through. But I want to do it again. I want to do it again. I want to do it again, but I want to consume water before. Because I think consuming water before will. I had spice coming out of my fucking pee hole. I went to the bathroom after 3 hours after that particular event, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? My pee hole was in fucking flames, and I'm like, dude, did I get an STD? But I'm like, no, you just had that sandwich. Is this how I fucking... Dude, it was the hottest. My straw was hot. My straw. What's up, my ass Dixon? Myers Dixon, how you doing? How you doing? We're, milk naturalizes spice and also hydrating than more hydrating than water. Yeah, uh, you know, I'm good with spice, but there's certain moments where you should consume water before you do that spice, so it assimilates a little bit. That day, brother, I had just ran. You know, I used to run. I used to run 5 miles or 6 miles, whatever the fuck I was running before. Now I can only do 3 miles. My back is giving out slowly but surely, and I say it with pride, like, oh yeah, you won't be able to walk in 6 months, bitch. I can only do 3 miles because my back is just complete crap, bro. It was one of those days where, like, holy fuck. Cheers, bro. Yeah, milk. You need some milk, but I'm not drinking any milk. I like to feel the capsaicin. I like to feel that fucking burn. Don Manuel up at the Costa Azul restaurant. He makes this hot sauce out of habaneros. I don't know what he adds to it to make it orange. No, he makes it out of chile de árbol. So he says he makes it out of chile de árbol. Chile de árbol doesn't not turn orange. I think he uses a blend of habaneros and the chile de árbol, like the Thai peppers. Those are fucking hot. So one day I go to a restaurant, I start drinking this shit, right, and eating, and he says, how how do you handle it? Like you're sipping on it. Like I usually put it a drizzle on my. I'm salivating because I like the fucking taste. And I said, Don Manuel, do you have anything hotter? He says, yeah, but I'm gonna have to make it. So he goes back into his kitchen, right? He brings out this little cup, but he's wearing gloves and he's wearing a mask, like fucking Doctor Nefario, right? Doctor Nefario from Groot and the Minions. Doctor Nefario comes out with the fucking mask and glove. He says, Oscar, yeah, I can smell it. I can smell this through the mask. I hope you're okay. So I'm eating tacos, right? So I put a drizzle on my fucking first taco. I put a drizzle on the second taco that I haven't even fucking tasted. I put a drizzle on every taco. I had 3 tacos. When I had my first taco, I was thinking, bro, the back of my fucking head hurts. The capsaicin that was in it, it was just so empowering. He said, "Are you okay?" I'm like, that is like one of the best fucking worst feelings I can ever experience. He said, what do you mean? I said, Don Manuel, está tan picante que me duele aquí atrás de la cabeza. Dice, no, mijo, no, you don't eat anymore. That's a bad sign. I said, no, that's a good sign. I still have 3 tacos. I still have 2 tacos to go. So I finished these fucking tacos, and I'm still fanning myself like, God damn, that is fucking hot. So I'm thinking, yeah, I tried the hottest sauce so far. And there's these 2 guys who are from Poland. I know they're from the Eastern Bloc, and I turned to them. I said, gentlemen, when you come to are you visiting? He says, yeah, we're visiting from. I think they were Scottish or Polish. One of the two. I forget what they said. Scotland or Poland. So I said, do you eat spicy food in your country? He said, yeah, we eat spice. No, I said, but do you eat spice? Like, do you like the fucking fact that something's going to make you uncomfortable for the next 5 minutes because it's going to burn your tongue. And he says, yeah, I don't think I've ever tried anything hotter than Tabasco. I said, would you like to try some? He said, okay. I think I can handle the heat. Both of them accepted. And I said, I'm going to give you the sauce. I want you to drizzle it as little as possible. Or you want to taste it before you drizzle it. Up to you. And the guy says, whoa, bro. I can do this on my pizza. So he does 2-3 drizzles. And I'm thinking, I think one drizzle would have been good enough. So this guy just starts eating his piece of whatever the fuck he was eating. And he says, bro, can we take some of this home? I said, Don Manuel, I don't think this can be unrefrigerated for more than 24 hours or whatever, 48. Because it has that oil, you know. You keep it in the cooler. It'll keep the body of whatever you mixed it with. But once you put it in the heat, it'll separate, right? The oil and whatever the fuck you emulsified it with. Yeah, it'll start separating because of the heat. But these guys were like, bro, this is a whole new level of Mexican that we never fucking discovered until now. Thank you, bro. Can we buy you a beer? And I'm thinking, you guys are fucking nuts. I want to be nuts like them. Yeah, 51 years old. Let's do it. I need to eat something, bro. Do I eat live with you or I just go to sleep? I am... One more beer. Hold on. What's up, Elton? Elton is in the fucking house. Keith says, I like spicy food too. Fuck yeah. Remember me? Elton's gonna come up with some fucking gay shit. Elton is gonna come up with a gay shit like he did yesterday. That's what these fuckers do, bro. They come up with their fucking gay shit. They expect you to fucking tell them to fuck up so they can get offended and they report you. Keith. There we go. Yeah, these are the fuckers who come on your live and they're the ones that harass you first. And when you mention their gender and shit, they get offended. You know what? Did you watch the game yesterday? I watched every single game yesterday, bro. Can you tell me which game you're talking about? France dominated that fucking game to the point where Mbappe is one goal away from catching up to Messi. Mbappe has 3 more games. I think France will become the next fucking champion. If they keep playing the way they play, bro, there's no fucking team that will fucking hold them back. I do not think so. But the ref is fucking stupid. I think most refs do as they're told because they have that little fucking earpiece. Remember that one play where Mexico is about to attack and the guy blows his whistle? It's like, oh yeah, water break. Like, bro, they were attacking. Like, let the play happen and then you call the shit. I thought that was like. I mean, I don't like Mexico. I'm from Honduras, and we've always had the I hate you. I don't want you to win anything because Honduras and Mexico has always been like that. But not because I'm gonna have a Mexican neighbor. I'm gonna say, hey, dude, you don't get off my yard. No, not that kind of rivalry. Soccer rivalry. Rivalry. Keith likes soccer. He likes watching. He likes to drink to sports. So like I do. Like, who's playing, bro? I don't give a fuck. I'm drinking. Like golf. I like watching golf. I don't have a favorite player. I don't have a. I mean, Mickelson, Roy. Tiger Woods is not what he used to be. So Mickelson, Roy, I forget his last name. I can watch people play pool, bro, and still drink to it. Like, that's amusing. At least as long as you get your mind to something that you like. I didn't know what to bring to the Mexico and Ecuador game. You take beer, bro. You take beer. Who gives a fuck? You take beer. Or you come in with a cup. You're like, why are you? I want beer. Fill my shit. I'm telling you, brother, at the age of 17, 18, I was doing keg parties at my fucking place. I was doing keg parties, bro. So one day, my father walked in. My father was coming into the house, but he heard the commotion. I had like, I don't know, 11 friends. I had 11 acquaintances, not friends, acquaintances, who I accepted them to be in my house, right? Because I found out that buying a fucking keg was cheaper than going out drinking bottles of beer at the fucking local bar. So I said, hey guys, why don't we drink next weekend at my place? He said, what do you suggest? I said, bring your ass and I'll pay for the fucking beers. But they said, what do we bring? I said, bring whatever the fuck you want, bro. You want to bring cigarettes? Bring cigarettes. I got cigarettes. You got cigarettes? You smoke? I smoke. So that night, we were all fucking smoking and drinking, right? 17 going on 35. We're smoking, drinking, everybody fucking had a jovial time. The fucking keg, the keg can't stop us, bro. That keg is, you pump it, get some oxygen in it, beautiful fucking flow. You tilt the cup, and it'll. Anyways, so we were doing that. So my dad walks in one night, and he looks at me. He says, "Are you guys okay?" I said, "Papi, you know what? Why don't you join us for the last beer?" The most phenomenal person in the fucking world that I know my acquaintances look up to, because this is one of the best dentists in Tegucigalpa in Honduras, and he's having a beer with them. They're not having a beer with him. He's having a beer with us because we were there before him, right? But of course this is his dwelling. This is his fucking house. I think that was one of the best fucking days I've ever had in my life. My dad knowing that, look at this motherfucker getting drunk at my house, but he's not driving. I think I felt that. I felt that energy. My dad said, "Hey, you're still gonna have to get up early in the morning." I said, "Papi, está bien." My dad always told me, bro, if you want to drink like a man in the morning, you're still gonna have to do man shit, that kind of thing. That's why I've never called off. I've never done anything other than just the normal to get fucked up like we usually do here. And you're probably thinking it's already 2:30 in the morning. Why is this motherfucker still up? Because I have no fucking client to go to in the morning. So this is my fucking Friday, bro. My private client, who I do accounting for, I was doing accounting for him Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But last week he says, "Oscar, you know what? I've been thinking about my wife more often, and I want to take her to where she likes to be Wednesdays and Thursdays." And I said, "Anthony, you don't have to tell me. Just let me know how many days you need me, and I'll be here. If you need me for one day, I'll be here one day. He says, no, Monday and Tuesday." So now that it's Wednesday, I do not know what the fuck to do with myself. So I'd rather do this for a longer period of time. But I do want to go watch that fucking 9 o'clock game, which I won't make it to, the VFW or wherever the fuck I thought I was gonna go, because I need to do laundry. So tomorrow is laundry day, and my best friend, who I call my beautiful friend, my Bea, told me, "Hey, why don't we do pechanga on Thursday?" It could not have come at a better time. She leaves on Friday to Chicago, and I think she wants to see me more than I want to see her. Because if she came up with that idea, because I told her, I said, "Bea, if I don't see you on Thursday, that means I'm going to miss you more, and I will love seeing you more when I see you." But she found a way, and she says, "I can do pechanga on Thursday." If that doesn't say I fucking love you, even if she didn't say it, even if it only means what I think it means, I don't give a fuck. I want it to have that value. I gotta go fucking pee again, bro. I'm old, I know. This is another song. Another fucking song that I like, bro. This is another song that was playing when I was going to see her. Up all night. All night. Drive all night. All night. There's songs that remind me of her, but I never tell her. Because I'm not driving at night, but at the same time, bro. 5 o'clock here. Keith, let's fucking keep going till I fucking drop. I don't give a shit, bro. We're drinking till I mean, I'm kind of hungry, but I can eat at 6 in the morning. Fuck it, let's keep going. Up all night. That's a great fucking song. Drive all night. I don't give a shit. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. If I pass out, I pass out. Who gives a fuck? If I pass out, I pass out, bro. It's okay. It wouldn't be the fucking first time, so let's fucking go. Drive all night. You still have the silver bullets. I like it. I got the best fucking music, bro. I got the best fucking music. Hands down. I don't think anybody has the best fucking music but me. People who do these lives and they talk about themselves and they do the shit and or they're knitting or they're fucking, I don't know what the fuck they do. But this is the most interactive live that you will ever fucking have. And it's live. While I fucking drink, bro. This is one of the best fucking lives. Nobody else does a better fucking live than I do. No Jimmy Kimmel, not Jimmy Fallon. Imagine if I had a fucking guest, like a fucking famous guest. I would not do my due diligence. I would not fucking study them. I would just be real with them. Real life. Like I would say, hey, you know what? I saw your movie maybe once, but I don't remember the name of the movie, but I like this part. You know, that kind of thing. Jimmy Kimmel and all these fucking people, like, they study their next guests. I wouldn't like to study anybody. And the reason I tell you this is because the minute I've met famous people, I've never treated them like famous people. I've talked to them like a normal person. I don't say, hey bro, your movie, like what the... No. How you doing? Good day. Right, Jason Bateman is the one guy that I will always accentuate that when I met this individual the first time, I got hired as a crossing guard for this one particular school down the street, which is in North Hollywood. His baby is already grown and graduated, so I can say the name of the school without thinking somebody's gonna go fucking stalk the girl, right? Francesca. If you look up Jason Bateman and Francesca, he always brought her in on top of his shoulders, like always, bro, always, every fucking morning. So the first morning that I meet Jason Bateman, this is my first job. This is my first day at the job. So I'm doing the crossing guard thing, like, right, hold up the sign and hey, how are you? And I'm like, what the fuck? That's Jason Bateman. Mr. Bateman, how are you? Good morning. I did not know his daughter's name. And I felt so fucking bad about it. Because I am the guy who always likes to say, hi, so and so, and so forth, right? So that particular morning, she walked by, Mr. Bateman, how are you? Good morning. He walked by, and then of course she was on the shoulders, and she just gave me a high five. But I did not know her fucking name, and I felt so bad about it. So that day, I went on my phone quickly and I said, Jason Bateman, kid, right, daughter, or whatever the fuck, Francesca. Every day after that, brother, Francesca would always say, hi, Oscar, good morning, high five, whatever. The most beautiful fucking kid. And I was having financial troubles back then. I mean, I don't think financial troubles will ever get away. Because you still gotta pay rent tomorrow. So you call that financial troubles? Yes. Like, do I have enough? Do I have enough to cover to rent? Do I have enough? Anyways. But that particular moment, Obama was president. Something happened to the government funding or some shit happened. I forget what it was, bro. I can't give you the whole details of what was happening back in the day, but I can tell you what I was living through at that particular moment. It was $16 an hour. And I'm thinking, who can fucking live off of fucking $16 an hour? But I'm thinking, okay, at least I can have a job. And unemployment pays the bigger difference, right? Because if you were making this much an hour back in the day, right? Like every fucking job, the maximum that you can ever get on unemployment is like $4.88 a week. Even if you were making $60-$70 an hour, it's like $4.88 a week. Like that's the max. So I was getting close to $4. Whatever, I was getting paid well, but not astronomical. So I was like, I can fucking work part time and be a crossing guard, and the difference gets paid on unemployment. I'm like, I can claim both because I'm working part time here, and I can claim. It was working perfectly, but the fucking thing that happened was government funding got stopped for like 2, 3, 4 weeks. 2 weeks, I want to say 3 weeks. I don't remember. So I was having a hard time putting my fucking dimes together. Like, I got one dime for this, one dime for that. I can't cover, and I just became flustered this one week, and it was rent payment week, And I kept thinking to myself, I was homeless once. I don't want to be homeless again. Like, how the fuck? Okay. My check, my my bank account can cover up to $400 in, what do you call that? In overdraft. I said, but luckily I don't want to get charged more money than I don't have, right? So this one particular day, bro, I kid you not. I think I'm missing like 100, maybe 200 off my fucking rent, but the rent is due tomorrow. And I'm thinking, God damn it. We'll make it. Overdraft. I can deal with the $45 fee, whatever the fuck it was. So that day, I remember Bateman had come in. I said hi. We talked about baseball and whatever the fuck. This guy's knowledgeable. This guy, but only because I said at one point that I wanted to go to a Dodger game. He probably heard I went to a Dodger game. He says, "Oh, Oscar, you have no idea. Like, ask me anything and this and that." And I'm like, okay. So closer to December, one day he comes in with Francesca on his shoulders, and I high five Mr. Bateman. How you doing? And he had already taken off. Like, he had already crossed the street and he went home. But at some point he came back, and I said, Mr. Bateman, you must have forgotten something really important because you never come back. And he says, Oscar, you know what? We're getting closer to the seasons. He says, I'm going to be busy doing a project, and I don't think I'll be able to drop my daughter off for the next probably 3-4 weeks. But I just wanted to give you something as a gift. So he extended his hand. I grabbed it, and I did not know what it was. I just put it in my pocket. When I went back home, bro, I was like, this guy, like he knew my math. Like, I needed that particular amount to just close my rent bill. Like, fucking amazing, bro. That was on a Wednesday. It was the most amazing feeling. Like, oh shit, I can cover my fucking bill, and I don't have a fucking problem with paying the overdraft. Like, this is fucking perfect. The following day, when I get home from work, I have 8 back pay checks. You know how back in the day you didn't have. Maybe we did have ACH transfer. I don't think we did. I don't think unemployment started doing it until probably like 2 years ago. Well, then again, I don't know how. I've never been unemployed till now. But anyways, since that moment, right? I have 8 checks in the fucking mail of back pay of unemployment. So the following day, I see Amanda Anka, which is Jason Bateman's wife, and I tell Amanda Anka, I said, Amanda, there's a feeling in my gut that I need to share with you. How your husband, I've always been his admirer. I said, but this is one thing that he did, and I think he triggered everything else. He said, I don't understand. I said, so your husband came back one day, and he handed me something, put it in my hand, and I can tell you, whatever he gave me, it helped me. I needed a few bucks, and it helped me cover the rent for that month. But that's not the case. I said, I am only happier that the following day when I got home, there were 8 unemployment checks, back pay checks, waiting for me. That was on a Thursday when I talked to Amanda Anka. On Friday, my ex-boss calls me. He says, Oscar, I know I kept you in the dark. We're going through a transition. My father decided to retire, and this uncle decided to retire, and I'm thinking, okay, so everybody retired, so I need you to be part of my team. Like, well, you do accounting, you do accounts payable. I'll pay you this much, even though I pay you this much last time. I want to pay you this much this time, even though I can't give you all the hours, but I will take care of you. And I'm like, bro, God sent, God sent. This is like, so I told Amanda Anker that story. And she says, oh my God, Oscar. She's like, I think this is one of the stories that you should tell Jason. But I said, Amanda, I won't be able to see him because I'm going back to where my boss wants me to be back at. Can I at least you share that information with him and tell him that we are back in business, and tell him that I will pay it forward. I will pay it forward. I have paid that forward more than once, only because it makes me feel it's not, there's no, I mean, actually, there's no feeling behind it. But when I think about handing over that kind of money to a random person, I can only relate to how they look at me, giving them what I gave them, because you will never expect a complete weirdo of the street to give you this much, and I've done it more than once, and they've always been grateful. Like, dude, you have no fucking idea. I didn't have this in the fridge. I didn't have this in the freezer. I didn't have, like, you're so. But I'm not a lifesaver. I just think that sometimes we end up in different places where we can help people. And I like doing that shit. And I only tell you this because sometimes we take shit for granted. Like my sister did. My sister calls me one day and she says, "Ocarito, ¿cómo estás? You know, I've been thinking of traveling to this whatever the fucking city she wanted to travel." And she needed her phone, or I forget, her phone got stolen. So I'm thinking, so do I send her the phone, or do I send her a couple of bucks so she can go participate in the beach events or whatever? So she wanted $150, right? I said, you know what? I'm gonna send her a gift of $100. Not let her worry about it to pay me back. You know, I put a message on the bottom. And I said, whatever you're going through, I don't know, but you will get through this. This fucking song, bro. Hold on. TikTok. Wait. Okay, Keith, come down to the other side. I'm gonna end TikTok right now. Wait, who's on TikTok? Oh, Keith is on TikTok. I'm gonna end TikTok so you can go back on. Yeah, I'm getting smashed. I forgot the story. Alcohol is kicking in drastically, and I like it. Keith is in the motherfucking house, dog. Yeah, this is my last beer. I don't think I can fucking do another one. I don't think I can do another beer, bro. I've been awake since 6:30 a.m. I don't think I can be awake another 30 minutes. I don't think. I mean, if I do, I gotta go eat something though. I have to go. Okay, so you're here now. Okay, so I'll turn off TikTok so I can continue vaping. Anyways, I gotta get the fuck out of here. TikTok is ending. Okay, TikTok is done. God damn, bro. I am so fucking lit. I like this flavor. I like this flavor. But I tend to use this. I tend to use this more like a cigar. I don't inhale it all the way. You just let that fucking vape go out. But that stickiness, it does adhere to your. I gotta go to sleep, bro. Well, no, I don't have to go to sleep. I gotta go eat something before I go to sleep. Dun, 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 dun. Keith, I am done after this one, brother. I'm so fucked up. I am fucked up. Whiskey and beer takes you places, but it takes me to this one point where I can't do anything else. My last half beer and I'm done. I can't do another beer. I'm done, bro. I mean, I don't want to eat live either. I don't want to do that shit. God knows I need food. No, I can't come back on. I'm done. Keith, brother, it was fun while it lasted. Good to hang with you, bro. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Much love, bro. Much love. I appreciate it. We got fucked up. I got fucked up. I am fucking lit as fuck. And this music keeps playing. Therefore, I can't fucking drink anymore. I can't drink. My brain has that level where I reach a level of not sobriety, but I'm good with how I feel. I gotta get some sleep. I gotta be coordinated in the morning. That's how I feel. Yeah, I know it's in the blood, bro. It's in the blood. I can't fucking drink anymore, even though I want to, because it's right here. But I would rather bid you good night than fall asleep. Much love. Hasta la vista, baby. We fucking had fun tonight. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being part of my fun. I appreciate that. I gotta go. I gotta go, baby. Hasta la vista, baby.